Calaroga Shark Media.
Holy cow, wow, 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 wow. Hi, I'm Johnny Mac. It's an emergency bonus breaking news episode. So let me deal you straight here. I have not prepped this at all. I'm going to read these articles cold. I'm just going to react to them. So what happened in my life is I went out a little before 7 p.m. Eastern. My nephew needed a ride from the train. So I went to pick him up. I'm sitting in the parking lot. I'm playing on my phone and I see, holy cow, ABC is pulling Jimmy Kimmel live from the air. What? And my mind starts spinning. As I drove my nephew home, my phone started blowing up. I'm hearing from all sorts of people asking me for my take. I haven't even read the story yet. I just got home, came straight downstairs to the studio, and I'm opening up my email from Entertainment Weekly. I have not read this. ABC pulls Jimmy Kimmel live from air indefinitely, following host Charlie Kirk comments. Oh my goodness. So I had seen this story broke so fast that when I was in the parking lot, the first story I saw was that the news came in the wake of some ABC affiliates owned by Nexstar Media announcing they were going to preempt Jimmy Kimmel's show. And by the time I dropped my nephew off, ABC had pulled the show. Representatives for Kimmel have not responded to EW's request for comments. It is 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time as I record this. In a press release, Nexstar strongly objects to recent comments made by Mr. Kimmel concerning the killing of Charlie Kirk and will replace the show with other programming in its ABC-affiliated markets. Now, honestly, I had seen a story about this earlier in the day. Newsweek had touched upon this and some people being upset with Kimmel's comments, and I didn't even include it in the main body of the show. I just thought it was the normal back-and-forth discourse we have in this country in 2025. Entertainment Weekly points out on Monday's episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live, Jimmy said of alleged killer Tyler Robinson, quoting Jimmy Kimmel here, "We had some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang, desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and with everything they can score political points from it." Andrew Alford is the president of Nexstar's broadcasting division. He called Kimmel's comments offensive and insensitive in a press release. Alford said, "We do not believe they reflect the spectrum of opinions, views, or values of the local communities in which we are located. Continuing to give Mr. Kimmel a broadcast platform in the communities we serve is simply not in the public interest at the current time, and we have made the difficult decision to preempt the show in an effort to let cooler heads prevail as we move towards the resumption of respectful, constructive dialogue." Wow, let me throw Kimmel into Google. Again, I am doing this cold, no prep. I just want to react. My head is spinning. Let's head on over to Late Nighter. So it looks like Nexstar made the announcement, and then an hour later or so, ABC pulled the show. So I'm doing a time here. So that would have been more or less 6:30 Eastern, so 3:30 Pacific. So they probably hadn't taped Wednesday's show yet. Now, part of this story, FCC Chair Brendan Carr was on Benny Johnson's podcast on Wednesday afternoon. Carr said, now listen to this quote, the FCC Chairman Brendan Carr said, "We can do this the easy way or the hard way. These companies can find ways to change conduct and take action, frankly, on Kimmel, or there's going to be additional work for the FCC ahead." Wow, I don't know how to react to that. I'm trying not to use a word here that rhymes with Brett. Late Night writes, Carr suggested that Disney should address Kimmel's comments before the FCC gets involved, suggesting Kimmel could be suspended. Carr said, "You certainly could see a path forward for suspension over this. Frankly, I think it's past time that a lot of these licensed broadcasters themselves push back on Comcast and Disney and say, we're going to preempt. We're not going to run Kimmel anymore until you straighten this out. It's time for them to step up and say this garbage to the extent that what comes down in the pipe in the future isn't something that serves the needs of our local communities." This is absolutely stunning, and I wonder if Jimmy will just walk now. I mean, I've said many times on this podcast that I don't think he was going to retire, but he has at least floated the idea. I could see Jimmy Kimmel with his personality telling ABC, you know what, I'm out. This is a thing. Wow. I'm scrolling through threads here, someone bringing up that after Colbert's show was canceled, the President of the United States did say, I hear Jimmy Kimmel is next. So, clearly a lot here. I reached out to Mike Chisholm, host of the Letterman podcast. I texted him from the car, hey, you don't happen to be home. He's not home. He does other things. He's not on my beck and call. Plus, we're on different coasts. I'm on the East Coast. He's on the West Coast. He offered to record something with me later tonight. But the reality, and I'm dealing straight here, I teach a class on Thursday morning. I'm out the door early Thursday, and I've already recorded Thursday's episode, so you're not going to hear me mention this at all on Thursday, although I'm going to put a new top on the episode. So I'll get back from my class, and I'll Google Jimmy Kimmel, and I'll probably do another bonus episode on Thursday night. But my head is spinning. My quick take here is, wow, this went nuclear quickly. And pulling Jimmy Kimmel. I mean, I've worked in companies. Usually the bosses, you back your talent. You take your lumps. I had a boss once give me advice, which is when you're in a deal, live up to the deal all the way. And if you can't live with it anymore, don't renew it. But when you're in the deal, live with the deal. He taught me you back your talent all the way. And ABC pulling Jimmy Kimmel over the comments. Just absolutely stunning. The show is pulled indefinitely. So there you go. There's a bonus episode of Daily Comedy News. Normal episode Thursday morning. I will check in with you on Thursday afternoon. I am just absolutely stunned by this.